Parkersburg police are currently looking for a suspect involved in a stabbing late last night. According to a release at 11:20 last night, officers responded to the 2500 block of 39th Street for an unknown problem reported by a third party. On arrival, officers spoke with the victim, Douglas Tuttle. He said he was at home on Rollins Street with a female acquaintance, Noelle Sullivan, when she struck him in the neck with a sharp cutting instrument. Immediately after, both individuals fled the scene. Tuttle was assisted by individuals in the area before officers arrived. They were unable to find Sullivan, and they have a warrant out for her arrest on a charge of malicious wounding. Sullivan is described as a white female, approximately 5 foot 5 inches tall and 160 pounds, with blue eyes and reddish blonde hair. Anyone who sees Sullivan is asked to call 911 or the Parkersburg Police Department at 304-424-8444.